we're going to reflect, release, and clarify from now until the end of this video. That's the intention I have, for you to reflect, release, and clarify whatever is over your heart, energy, mind, body, spirit. It's done. It's over with. Take it in, because it's over. It's done. Contract up. Expired. No longer in service. Anything you can think of that's in relation to that, over. Done. First time seeing me too? Crazy. You're strong. You're powerful as shit. Especially if this is your first time seeing me, very powerful. Because you manifested me. You attracted me. I've been here. Very powerful. Let me turn the frequencies up. Very powerful. Very strong. Your energy is. And because you're becoming more aware of yourself and your energy, that's why you're beginning to attract more of that. It's always been you. It's going to forever be you. You need to act like you know. This is really your show, and you know that. But you'll see. It's your girl Mo. This is your show. You need to act like you know. So let's go. I got a 4-deck spread pull spread, whatever. I pulled cards. You know what I mean? I pulled the cards. And then I got hit with downloads. This week alone has been such an intense week. You got to release, literally, as I said, release 144 as soon as I looked up as well. Release the fear of being different, seen, known, heard, observed, loved, felt. Like, release it. Whatever your definition of being seen for being you is, release it. Whatever feeling, emotion you have that you're avoiding. Can't see my notebook with my downloads. Avoiding, acceptance, mask, group those together. When I was talking to family before this, right? We started to talk about being afraid to feel intense emotions, such as excitement. Because we're stuck in the loop of despair. Pulled the card despair. Stuck in the loop of not accepting self. And when you don't accept self, when you operate from a place of lack of self-acceptance, your frequency is different. You carry a different frequency because it's not that of authenticity. It can't be. If you're constantly walking around lacking self-acceptance, avoiding self, wearing a mask, pretending to be something you're not, performing, not acting like who you really are, playing small when this is really your show, act like you know, right? When you walk around not being larger than life, not being enthusiastic, not being charismatic, not being funny, not feeling excitement, not living in your femininity, yeah, that can't be authenticity because that is who you're supposed to be. A lot of you, if you attracted this, you're disconnected from your femininity. There's an imbalance between masculine energy and feminine energy. This is your confirmation run. Go. Pack up and leave. Let go to attract better. Whatever is over your heart, let go and attract better. We're going to analyze the love cards. Even in relation to these love cards, understand that your end result is paradise. You must let go to attract better. What you feel like you have right now, you're experiencing right now, friendship, job, relationship, it's not serving you. What are you clinging on to? Whether it be an outdated way of thinking in relation to these relationships, these circumstances, these experiences, your end result is always going to be paradise. It's always going to be stability. It's always going to be expansion. It's always going to be playfulness and happiness and joy. So let go of what you're experiencing right now to attract better. I just told you what your end result is going to be. Do you trust your path or do you not? Do you trust your path or do you not? Because if you trusted your path, 444, since I looked up, can't make it up. If you trusted your path, you wouldn't be so impatient. You wouldn't be so impatient. What are you rushing to get? Where are you rushing to be right now? Like, serious question, where are you rushing to be? I feel like you're someone that is like, you're always in a rush. You're always someone where it's like you frame your, I feel like you're someone who masks your inability to slow down as performance, over performance. I always need to be productive. I always need to be doing something in order to receive something. When I just told you who you are, you're meant to be in fun, expansion, femininity. Femininity is flow. Yet you're always resting in masculine, rushing to get somewhere. Where are you rushing to be? And I'm talking about rushing like minuscule tasks. Like, I see an image of someone getting out the shower and literally like rushing to put their lotion on, rushing to put clothes on. You get out of bed, you're automatically rushing to do what you need to do in order to start your day. You're always rushing. You're in a rush. Slow down. Where are you going? Because you know you're finna die one day, right? So if that is the only thing you know is destined for you, is death, in between this, where are you rushing to be? Slow down, live, experience the moment of waking up again, instead of making it feel like waking up is a task for you. Waking up is no task. You should be grateful to experience the feeling of opening your eyes and being like, we get to do it again. Because I just got this intense feeling and vision of someone waking up. It's like as soon as your alarm goes off, you're instantly replaying the story from yesterday. And you're carrying emotions from yesterday into today, from last week into today, from the night before into today. You're not even taking time to be grateful for the fact that you get to experience another day. And it's cliche, and I don't even mean to rhyme, but y'all know how I go. Y'all know how it gets. It's cliche, but it's the truth. This take a break card, a life's work is not a season. Get off the treadmill. I'm talking to people who are building legacy. I'm talking to people who move intentionally. I'm talking to people who are working like your main objective in this life is to bring upon generational wealth, is to bring upon generational abundance to your family, to your bloodline. 144 was the first number I seen, the first synchronicity, the first confirmation that I had seen when I started. You are that. How are you being called to step up and lead right now? You're a part of that pack. You think you're a chosen one. You think you're chose because you are. Because you are. That's why you feeling like, I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. I see the double mission card from this deck in my head. I don't know where those cards are at. But yes, you have a mission. You have a purpose. You have a role to carry out. You have a mission to fulfill, but you also have a life to live. Do you think God would give you this grand ass vision of your life and not give you this much and give you this much time to get there? No. You have a long life to live. Irrational fear of death just popped up in my head. I'm being urged to say trigger warning. You could have experienced, even my car accident for me just came up right now. Like just feeling the crunch, that could be significant for someone. Like a car accident. You know, when you're in a car accident, you never really, like, especially if it's a bad one, you never really forget the crunch of the car. It's like, it's just the most like, feeling. And that just came up for me. So maybe that, you know, someone needed to hear that. And it could have been a really, like a bad car accident, potentially near death. You know, I know for me, mine could have been really bad. The bitch hit me, slammed to my car door. The door stopped right here. Right here. And it was crazy. And it happened right when I was attaining everything I thought I wanted in this world. I was getting my social media success. I had just moved into my apartment. You know, my relationship was going good, like everything. But then it was just like back to back nonsense. As I was getting everything I wanted, I lost everything too. And I feel like even my eyes are going to this, what are you clinging on to energy? I genuinely just feel like you're clinging on to energy of the past that's rooted in disappointment. my eyes went to confirmation when I said that. We got to touch back on the femininity. This looking at this, like, you're afraid to feel what I came to the conclusion on the call I was on earlier with family is like, dude, you're afraid to feel emotions. You're not afraid to be feminine. Femininity is not scary. It is the feeling of being feminine that comes along with femininity. And I feel like specifically right now, women, romance wounds, just wounds in relation to love, deep fatherment wounds. I just see heal your abandonment. You are safe. Take time to heal. Mother wounds, parental wounds, authority wounds, confidence wounds. You're not afraid to be you. You're afraid of what it feels like to be you. Because what it feels like, 11:11 on that clock, what it feels like to be you is rooted in excited, my love. Excitement. It's rooted in femininity. It's rooted in receiving. It's rooted in you being observed. Observing yourself this week could be really significant. Self-acceptance card, just looked at that. Self-love as well. Observing yourself in a different light. It's like, all right, your perception of self, something about your perception of self has shifted. And it has to do with your femininity. And the download I got was specifically like, if you are in a relationship, if you have never had a healthy connection with your father, if you have never had any healthy male connections, platonic, romantic, ever in your life, because understand that men and women, there's a balance. They're both as equal. They're equal. Both of the energies are necessary. They are necessary for balance. And if you're a woman that is with a man or has been in a relationship or is the child of someone who has condemned your femininity, shamed it, abused your femininity, doesn't recognize your femininity, can't understand your femininity, or restricts it, you need to run. If you're in that connection right now, you need to run. That's why I wrote that. If you're in a connection right now where your femininity, men and women, is restricted, is shamed, abused, they don't understand who you are. They can't see it for real, because your femininity it's who you are, your flow, your creativity, your authority, your confidence, your beauty, your wisdom, your charisma. It's rooted in your femininity. And because you've been so closed off from your femininity, you feel this despair, these intense feelings of disappointment. My love, you're gonna forever feel disappointed because you're disappointing yourself on a daily basis by not being who you are. You're disappointing that little girl, the little boy in you, because you're denying yourself the opportunity to simply be yourself. And what requires you to be thyself is to feel how it feels to be thyself. You have to feel it real before you can experience it. Damani on the call, he said, you gotta be that before you see that. That's Damani coded. Are you tapped in with him? Now you are. You have to be that before you see that. So if you're not being, if you're not feeling who I just told you are, if you're so rooted in being and feeling masculine, you feel like you always gotta do, you gotta go, you gotta work, you can't ever rest, you can't ever receive. That's not balance, and you're not being who you are supposed to be. You're supposed to live in your femininity. You specifically, you're supposed to rest in the energy of receiving, of being taken care of. And you're not no puppy either. You're very self-reliant. You're full of courage. And there's something about you where it's like you're full of independence. There's the whole, like, I'm picking up on this energy right now where it's like Shira 7 is coming up into my head. what is her name on TikTok? Rich Red Tings, I think, or Witch Red Tings. One of those. Lilith on TikTok. She's coming to my head right now. Two different energies, right? Very two different energies, but both are rooted in their femininity. They're two different archetypes of woman. You know who you are. I know who I am. You need to figure out which one you are. And I feel like there's this energy right now of like, especially for my women specifically, of being like, I want to be taken care of. Like, I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything. This is this side of you that you've been attempting to maybe fuel, lean into, open up. But there's this ambitious side of you that's full of courage, that's independent as hell, that's self-reliant as fuck, who you really don't need nobody for nothing, because you've always got it on your own. You've always been a go-getter. You've always been a hustler. You're that girl in real life. It's not like, I don't need it for nothing mentality, but it's a very much like, if you can't do what I'm doing for me, and then some, why, like, I feel like you shifted a paradigm of yours recently, and this energy coming through crazy right now. It's like you've shifted a paradigm of waiting for someone to come and save you, waiting for a man in particular to come and save you. Because I just got this like I feel it from my root up, this energy within my chest that's like standing on how independent, but how like determined you really are. Like I said, you've grounded into your energy. That's why you found me. And your energy is authority. It is independence. And I feel like you feared your own independence for so long, but you've always been emotionally independent. I feel like you've always been physically dependent on people your whole life. But when it comes to your emotions, like your basic needs, you've always been reliant on. You've always been taken care of in that way. Emotional, I just pick up on like emotional neglect, like deep emotional neglect. And that's why I'm saying parent wounds, like father wounds, just heard uncle wounds specific to someone, like just familial wounds. And even text call your family card came out as well down here. But I just looked at, you are safe. Like, it's something about you really, like you're just really stepping into how independent you are. But it's like you're so, like, you've always been emotionally independent your whole life, but now instead of looking at that emotional independence as a curse, you're looking at it as a gift. And you're starting to realize that all of that hurt, all of that pain, all of those intense feelings of disappointment, letdown, hurt, were for you to understand and recognize that this balance of excitement, these intense feelings of the exact opposite emotions of disappointment, of hurt, of letdown, of being shamed for being who you are on the opposite side. Nelly, she was like, I feel like I came out, like I'm on the opposite side of something. Like, my perspective shifted this week and I'm on the opposite side of where I was in the beginning of the week. And I'm like, yeah, facts. Like, and that's where I feel like the collective is at. Like, you're understanding that your emotional resilience, your emotional independence, your capacity to harness, hold, see, observe, feel your own emotions and other people's emotions is a gift. It's a superpower. And it's one that you are meant to have, but you only develop it through intense suffering. And I think right now, what you're really focusing on is self-acceptance. This message, oh my God, bro. Is self-acceptance for all that you have been through, but really, really feeling all that you've been through, though, my love. Like, really processing all that you've been through. Really, like, acknowledging the messed up stuff that's happened to you. Really acknowledging what made you who you are today. Because trust and believe, I know it was heavy. It was heavy. There are people like you. It's like there's something about you, bro. I just looked at the love call, thinking of you and letting you know. In this whole week, I've just been feeling this energy of like, people coming in to just remind you and to show you who you are post this acceptance of self. Because I think because you're so strong, because you're so, like, because you're just so, just resilient, but like emotionally resilient, you haven't taken the time to really sit and breathe into all that hurt, all that disappointment, all that letdown. And instead you've kind of, I feel like disappointment, like I said, I tried to make I think I said it in the beginning of the video, I might not have. But this energy of disappointment, like you could just be feeling disappointed. And you hold on, like you expect the disappointment. You get so obsessed, this addiction card, like obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, codependent, restraint. Like you get so obsessed within this disappointment energy subconsciously because you have, where I wrote it down, where is it, bro? Yeah, here we go. There's addiction. Oh, and that's crazy. Yeah, addiction. You have an addiction to this expectation of disappointment to the point where your body is almost dependent on feeling disappointment in order to reconfirm the story that you consciously don't even want to keep perpetuating. But because your awareness over the last couple of weeks, this month in general, because your awareness has shifted, deepened, you've really started to accept thyself, love thyself. The dependency is slowly dissolving because excitement just keeps coming up for me. Like excitement, fun, joy, even this like paradise card, happiness, expansion, joy. Like it's here in your life and it wants to be felt through you. Like joy and expansion and gratitude and fun wants to be experienced through you. 2222 on the clock, alignment in all areas, confirmation. When I looked at this, like I said in the beginning, contract unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Like, do you see her, right? Look at this imagery, for example. Take it as if she appeared, and then as she awakened, this version of self awakened, and then this is the final version of self that awakened. But imagine how many experiences this one vessel has shared, how many times she's cried, how many times she's cried over her self-worth in order to birth this version of self, which is liberated from that pain, but still carries the wounds of old lovers, of old hurt, still unbounding, not quite fully releasing, because there's still one more version of her that needs to ascend, that will ascend, that is ascending through each one of these timelines, each one of these experiences of self. You have to let the old version of you die. The crumbling, what are you clinging on to? You have to let it go. You have to let them go. You have to let them go. You're shifting. You're shifting in real time. In real life, you're shifting and you feel it. And you feel it. You feel it. You're going to be getting signs of confirmation, not only from yourself, but other people, about your gifts, about how truly gifted you really are from an energetic standpoint, because your energy is what is attracting all of this into your life. It is your energy, your awareness, your frequency. It is all of that. It is you that is it's you that attracted me. It is you that is attracting people who are going to tell you, reconfirm the new story, not the old story, the new one, the one that validates you. Not because you're asking for it or seeking for it, but because you've already validated yourself and you're confident in self now. Your confidence isn't like you're not wearing masks anymore. No more masks. I'm looking at this confidence and trust yourself. I put arrows, like double arrows, from trust yourself and confidence. Like it's this thing about really, like, you trust yourself. You're beginning to really trust yourself. You're really, like, truly beginning to trust yourself. And it's the small things that you've been implementing daily, weekly, habitually, that are building, crafting, like just crafting. We were talking about GIMP. You know, when it's the hard plastic that I used to like make little designs out of, and you could wear it as a keychain and stuff. Like, you're quite literally weaving your timeline right now energetically. Like, you're literally crafting it intentionally. And the thing about me, Vonnie was like, I think it was Vonnie, she was like, I could never start those. Like, those were mad hard. I always had someone else start the GIMP for me because it was hard for me to do it. That used to be you. You used to want someone else. When I was feeding into that feminine energy, you used to be in that energy of wanting someone to take care of you, wanting someone else to start what only you could start, because you're going to start and finish it. This is your show. You need to act like you know. The vision, your legacy is rooted in you. It's rooted in your vision, not their vision. You trying to be a part of other people's teams, other people's recipes, when you're supposed to be making your own cake. You're supposed to be over here, okay, figuring out, well, I don't know how to start it. Well, let me get in alignment with self so I can figure out how to start it. Career shifting could be significant. Contract signing. I know for me, boardrooms is coming up. Me, a year ago, I don't know what I was doing a year ago. I got to check my Snapchat memories. But if I would have known what I was doing right now a year ago today, I wouldn't have worried. I would have been like, oh shit, Mo got it in the bag. She cool then. That's how I need you to sit and reflect on your life and get clear on how far you've grown this past year. From last September, September 26th, last year, 2024, or even 2023. Let's go back to 2023. From 2023, and this is for the real people who've been putting in real work, real pain, real masculine energy to get to where the hell they're at. The people who have really made significant change, but haven't taken the time to sit, slow down, take a break, acknowledge thyself, acknowledge how far you've grown, come, and look at how far you've come. Look at where you were last September 26th. Who are you dealing with? What were you thinking? I know for me, when I just look at a picture of myself, I can remember everything I was thinking, feeling, who I was with that day. Because a picture is worth 1,000 words. So go back, look at some pictures, watch some videos of where you were at a year ago today, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And then really compare it to who you are now, what you're doing now. And understand that you were always going to figure it out. You were always going to get to where you were right here, right now. Even when you were tripping, even when you were like, I don't know what to do. Nothing is going in my favor. It was all the perfect unfolding. Trust your path. Trust your process. You are integrating. It's not an overnight thing. You're building legacy. It's not an overnight thing. It's not an overnight thing. Take your time. Stop rushing. These creative blocks offer all work to the divine. Offer it to the divine. Release me from any blocks and restrictions, and may this serve all who need. Your blocks are gone. They're gone. Set your intentions now. Set your intentions right now that your blocks are gone. Your creativity is flowing. You're rooted in your authority and your femininity, because the thing about you is you are intended. You are handcrafted. Your role in this lifetime is to be rooted in your authority and stand tall in that femininity. You're not meant to live from your masculine. You are not meant, your dreams and desires to not work, to be taken care of. Yes, my love, they're real and they're valid. And you are still the one who has to get up off that ass and go make it happen, though. You don't have to work that hard, though. It's already yours. You're chosen. You're chosen. You're someone who, life is supposed to be easy for you. You just make it hard. You just make it hard. Life is supposed to be easy, but it's hard because you're operating from one side of the body. You're operating from your masculine energy when you need to be integrating both, but you definitely need to turn on the feminine. You need to practice being in it. When you tap into flow, when you tap into femininity, my love, it's over for you. You need to stop being afraid to feel feminine. Stop being afraid, because you're not afraid of anything but feeling a certain way. You fear being excited because you fear the disappointment that comes by potentially being let down. Okay? You felt all that pain. You've been in despair for all these years because these next years are going to be rooted in excitement and joy and happiness. And God needed you to feel the polar opposite of what your entire life is going to look like. The rest of your life is going to be, so you would know and be grateful for the life that you have right now. You got to know it's truth. You got to feel that it's truth because you've been in situations and circumstances where you knew and felt that it was not truth, and multiple back to back. That's where this dependency of expecting to be disappointed and let down came from. They were lessons prepping you for the rest of your life that's rooted in expansion and happiness and joy and playfulness and fun and love. It's safe to feel. You got to feel. It's actually the only thing you have to do in order to receive what it is that you want, but you will not feel it. You will not get it until you feel it. So stop being afraid to feel. Stop being afraid to be you. Yes, you're extra. Yes, you do too much. Yes, you're a lot. Yes, you're that girl. Of course, you're going to be everything that you're like, you got to understand, you're that girl, you're that guy. Of course, they're going to come at the things that, oh, he extra. No, she do too much. They're going to come at your gifts and make it seem like your gifts are a liability. Your gifts are a problem. Your gifts are the problem, when your gifts are the reason why people look for you to do what you do. You fearing not being too much. You fear, I don't want to be too much, when people are like waiting for you to do a lot. 329, as soon as I said that. You be like, I don't want to do too much. I don't want to get up and dance. I don't want to get up and sing. But the whole room is waiting like, damn, can Jay Renee get up and like pop shit, bro? I know she lit. Like, why is she being weird? Like, that's the whole room waiting for you to shine your light. Don't you remember? Like, can't you remember, bro? Duh, light illuminates. People are waiting for you. You're the light. You're the soul. You're the truth. You are the reason why. You are the medicine. So when you walk into a room, be your biggest self, your most authentic self, because you heal. Your light heals, my love. And you know this. You're a healer. You know this. So why are you acting like you doing too much is going to take away from someone? You doing too much. You're about to give all that you got to people, because your energy heals. It shifts. It awakens. It illuminates, because it's light. It's light. 333. I said I was going to stop doing that, but I'm telling you, bro. Expect shifts. Expect new people coming back. Conversing card came out. This twin flame energy. Expect balance. This yin and yang, zen energy, balance, completing each other. Expect balance. Expect people coming back from the past. Expect, just expect the unexpected, but stay grounded in this new version of self. The triggers, people, yeah, like if you've been feeling intensely, but I want to say intently triggered by people, it's for a reason. It's for a purpose. And those triggers, like, it's because they need to be observed and they need to be healed and rerouted in a different manner. You need to perceive your triggers right now from a different perspective, from the opposite side. Is there anything else I'm missing? That's how powerful you are. Why did I write that down? Authenticity. Your authenticity heals. Your authenticity attracts. Your authenticity also repels. But the reason why you keep attracting these false prophets, this snake energy, right? Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, like this snake energy is because you're not being authentic. You're still people pleasing. You're still wearing a mask. How can you expect to attract authenticity? How can you expect to attract your true path when you're not living from your true self? You afraid to say no to something. Something about like overcommitting your energy. Saying yes to things you really don't want to do, and then come the day of or the day before, you make an excuse to not go out. Stop doing that. Keep it a stack from the jump. If you don't want to go out, say no. This fear of letting people down, this fear of disappointment in general, you got to shift it. You're not disappointing anyone. The only person you're disappointing by saying yes to things you really mean no to, by committing your energy when your energy is really like, I want to stay in bed, I don't want to go out, I want to dedicate this night to myself, is you. You're disappointing yourself. You're disappointing the little boy and the little girl in you who couldn't stick up for themselves, our siblings, family, in school. Bullying could be significant. Every time you say no, you say yes to something that your body doesn't want to do, you're disappointing yourself, because it's like, damn, again? Again? Can you give me a break? Give your nervous system a break. And I don't mean to yell, but it's all coming from love, and your inner child needs to hear it. And this, in my eyes just went to not today. Boundaries, still angry, avoiding a conversation. This angry energy that's just coming through me. And that's that inner child in you. Like, damn, again? Fuck. You know we don't want to go out. So why are you saying yes? Why are we still saying yes to things that we really don't want to do? Why are we still overcommitting? Why are we people pleasing? You need to follow through with yourself in this next season, because you're shifting. You found this because you're shifting, and you might never see me again. Truthfully, you might never see a video of mine again, but this is the video that you had to see, because you are shifting, and all that outdated thinking needs to go. It needs to go. All that outdated thinking needs to go. Yeah, that axe, stop the pattern. It needs to go. You need to act like you know that this is your show. Abundance, 20%. You're drained. Energy's been feeling drained because you keep overcommitting, keep overextending. You are a human being. You don't got to please nobody on this planet if you don't want to. But you definitely aren't pleasing yourself, aren't benefiting yourself, your body, your energy, your mind, your spirit, by trying to please everybody else when you don't feel good about it. Stop living from this energy, this frequency. You need to practice living from the frequency that you want to experience. You want to experience abundance? You need to start living from the frequency of abundance. You need to start manifesting exactly what you want, not what you think other people want you to do, want you to be. You need to start practicing living from the frequency that you want to attract. Because what did I just tell you? You got to feel it in order to be it. What did Damani say? You got to be that before you can see that. So you need to act like you know. You are not going to attract peace by moving from the frequency of fear, of lack, desperation. You trying to attract true love, still operating from the frequency of codependency. Still operating from the frequency of dependency. You need to get real with yourself. Get real with yourself. Stop avoiding yourself. That's not today, not dealing hurt. Like I said, going back to like acceptance, self-acceptance right here. What is this card saying? Nothing is more exhausting than endlessly working on yourself. You need to stop trying to work on yourself and just start feeling what it feels like to be thyself. Start feeling that past trauma, that past hurt. It's going to hurt like hell. It's very uncomfortable. And it has to be done, though. You a warrior. Act like you fucking know. You're a warrior. It's got to be felt. Ain't nobody in your bloodline, your generation has felt the pain that that has been put over you. They haven't felt it. That's why they passed it down. You're the chosen one. You got to feel it in order to transmute it. It's you. It's always going to be you. So accept it. Stop trying to do these practices. I got to work on myself in order to heal yourself. No, you got to feel it. You got to feel yourself in order to heal yourself. Stop playing with yourself. When you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. Give that trauma to love. Don't repurpose it for hate. Don't repurpose it for anything else but love. Take all that anger from your childhood, all that disappointment, all that letdown from your childhood and put it into your business. Put it into your creativity. The screenshots just tapped on my thing. The screenshots coming. Yeah, they're going to talk. They're going to be sharing it. The visibility is over your life. The person, the passion, the person is coming in. Twin flame. I'm not getting your hopes up, and I don't do that. But the person, healing heart, something's coming in. The person, take it how it resonates, leave what it doesn't. The person, the money, the energy, the excitement is coming in. You need to purge that outdated thinking. What did I say about people watching? They're watching. They're going to be watching, looking, talking. But you need to act like you know who you are. This is your show. Multiple decisions, ascension card. We're going to leave it off here. What did I say? You need to transcend these obstacles. You need to transcend that pain into purpose. You need to feel it. You need to learn, new phase. You're preparing for something. Confirmation, you're preparing for something. Many options. You won't have many options, and take your time choosing. Someone needs. You gonna have many options. What I say about signing them contracts, big money deals, big money offers, talking big money. You gonna have your true offering. Oh, it's gonna be very clear the path that you're on. Very clear what you've been doing behind the scenes. Very clear. Your true offering to this world is going to be very clear very soon. And you need to take your time getting there, though. Take your time. You need to take your time, because you're going to have many options, and don't you goddamn dare rush in order to respond to them people, because you're the prize. You're the goal. You need to act like you know this is your show, because it's here. Whatever, you're shifting. You're shifting. Whatever shifting feels, looks like, whatever you've been calling in, you're shifting into it. Shifting into it. Gracefully grounding into it. You need to act like you know this is your show. Let go to attract better. And then mogul moves, you need to make them today. Because you already know you're ready to activate. And you've been knew that. But you got to feel that. You got to feel it. You got to feel the shift. You got to feel it. Feel that pain, feel that hurt. And you need to take your time and set your intentions now. Set your intention right now. Set your intention every single day. Set your intention and be crazy about your intentions too. Be crazy bold. Do something like, you know what? I'm going to ground in my femininity today. For someone who's been rested in their masculinity, that's a threat. But trust, there's so much on the opposite side of your femininity. Too much. For my masculines and my feminines, my men and my women. There's too much on the opposite side. There's a certain level of abundance that you can't even begin to conceptualize that is rooted on the opposite side of your femininity, that you are so completely blocked off from by always living in this I need to do, I need to go. This cycle of desperation, this energy of despair, this frequency of lack, of I need to do more in order to receive more. You're missing out on life, because that's the masculine. You need to step in to your femininity and rest in her. Rest in her. You need to operate from her. Feel her. Feel it. I don't care how uncomfortable it is to feel feminine. But those wounds from childhood, high school, college, those wounds that really penetrated, that restricted, that shamed your feminine, your beauty, your confidence, your radiance, your glow, your aura, because your aura is rooted in your femininity, my love. Those people, those circumstances that hurt, it's time to feel it. It's time to feel it, because you've been avoiding it, and that is where the shift will activate, because you're shifting, but there's an activation point that is waiting for you, because it's already done. It's already been here. It's already manifested, but it's waiting for you to shift into the awareness of it. And when you do, you just gonna come back to this video and tell me your success story. Because just tell me your success story. Tell me what happened. Because I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not psychic yet, at least. I told y'all, I'm just discovering my gift. But when whatever is over your heart just was called to tell you to take that leap of faith, take that strategic risk. Hold on, I know I was about to end it, but I just got this energy in me right now. Share your voice, expression, something rooted in your expression, persecution, something rooted, the pyramids right here I'm seeing. Stability. Your expression is rooted in, your stability is rooted in your expression. Because, them pyramids are stable as a bitch. Stable. And we know it took divine intelligence to build them. And that's what you co-creating with. And we're going to end it off at that. Yes, at the bottom of the deck. That's what you're creating with. Do something to change your energy. Shift your frequency. Practice being in the frequency that you want to experience. Because when you are it, you will experience it. You have no choice to it. You attract what you are. It's the law. Mogul's method gets into that. I haven't even forgot about her. Tap in with her. Y'all need to act like you know that this is your show. It's your girl Mo. So, let's go. You saw me shuffle the deck though. Like, I can't make it up. You need to act like you fucking know. You need to act like you know. Act like you know. All right, I'm out. Don't forget to vote for me for Maxim Cover Girl as well. I'm on the journey just like y'all. Link is in my bio. All I need is one vote. Take 1 minute too. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. 1 minute of your time. Every vote counts. I love y'all. This is your show. Act like you know. You the truth. Love you.